Hey everyone, Peeve here. Many of you may know this already, but I recently got to go and play the Dark Souls 3 PvP arena at Bandai Namco's headquarters with, it was me, RB Frosty, Dreaded Cone, and Ice Skies, or Skies as he prefers to be called. And we went and we played around with it for a good while, and I'm about to show you all the footage I personally have from that. It's about 20 minutes long, and in terms of what to expect from it, if you're worried about spoilers, there's no DLC content aside from like the arena and a few weapons. But as far as like DLC areas, story, lore, item descriptions, we can't even show you stats. So yeah, it's strictly arena PvP, and you'll see, let's see how many, 3 new weapons, a new shield, 2 new armor sets, and 1 new spell. And that is not everything that's in the DLC. That's just what we were allowed to use. So if you're cool with that, I'm about to go ahead and play it. For those of you who don't want to see it because maybe you don't want to see what weapons we use and all that, that's fine. As for my opinion on it, in case you were curious, I really did enjoy it. We all enjoyed it. There's only one thing that we were concerned about, and I'm pretty sure it's already implemented. It's just it wasn't, or it's already intended to be in there. It's just it wasn't properly implemented once we were playing, and that's the ability to be able to join up together with friends to fight randoms, like get on a team and matchmake with randoms in the arena. And there's an option called co-op/group, which we believe is what that's for, because it doesn't really make sense otherwise. But we couldn't get it to work properly for us. That said, though, everything else is great. But yeah, you'll go ahead and see everything I got for you right now. So without further ado, let me go ahead and get this started. So this is the Onyx Blade. Many of you, I'm sure, have seen this in the trailer. It's got its own dark buff. This thing is pretty damn good. Skies was suggesting that he thinks it is the longest greatsword in the game in terms of range, so it very well might be. And that is the Valor Heart. The Onyx Blade and the Valor Heart both only go up to +5, so they can't be buffed by like outside means and stuff. And this also has like a leaping attack where you like hold your shield up in front of you as you jump, and it can block stuff like midair. And protect your upcoming attack. I didn't show it off right here, but you'll see it at some point during the fights we have. And this move that I'm about to show you, I believe is intended for, not that, the shield bash. It's intended for guard breaking. I don't know if I actually pull it off like in a fight, but there it is. I love how the lion head like expands. This is the follower javelin. This is gonna be a favorite. A lot of people, and you're about to see why. This is what a lot of us were trying to use the entire time, because it's, well, it's something special, and it's hard to not use it every 5 seconds. That's why. We were spending the whole time trying to, well, I was spending pretty much the whole time trying to no-scope with it, which, as you can see, I pulled off right there. But during a fight, it's something else. That, I believe, is the follower shield. It has a weapon art, not a parry. This is the follower set. I love everything about it except for the cone head. This is the Millwood set, which looks amazing, by the way. If you want like a a heavy set kind of build. Looks really, really awesome. Here's something special. That is Frozen Weapon. It's a spell, obviously. And I noticed that whenever I threw that, the buff like came off. So I don't know if it's included, like the damage from the buff is included in the toss, but yeah, and it does add frostbite damage. Speaking of which, frostbite is I'm thinking it's going to be pretty legit. It seems like it can be pretty good now. And this is a duel. It's me and Frosty, actually, having a duel. As you can see, you guys can calm down. Look at my Estus. It's blacked out. It's grayed out. We can't use Estus. We can use limited Ashen Estus, but healing in duels is impossible in the arena. And the arena, at least this one, takes place in the kiln. And as you can see, it's the boss arena. Also, watch this. This is very strange. He got guard broken. I think that's because he exhausted the last bit of his stamina doing that attack right after I hit him. So I don't know if that's going to be a thing with these, but with this weapon, but maybe it is. I don't know. But yeah, duels are one life. You have one life, and then you get sent back. Speaking of which, the matchmaking, I can't show you the menu. We weren't really allowed to show the menu for whatever reason, but it looks like we have proper matchmaking now. Also, this goes on for a while, so I'll speed it up right here. We're trying to hit each other unlock. But yeah, the way the arena works is you'll go to the Firelink bonfire, and from there you can select an option for arena matchmaking, and then you choose between duel, brawl, which you're about to see. And what brawl is it's just as it ended. God damn. Brawl is where you'll keep respawning, and you can use Estus, but a limited amount, as you're about to see. This is me fighting Skies. Ignore our names in here. They were like, we all were given the same build, same exact character actually, just copied onto 4 PS4s. And some of them are like super like dev console names. Skies is the only one that had anything that was even able to be pronounced. But yeah, you can choose between duel, brawl for just two. Brawl would just be like 2 players, like what we're doing here. Then there is, I believe, 4-man brawl and 6-man brawl, and that's gonna just be like free for alls. What else? Then there was 2v2, and there was 3v3, and then there was something called co-op, and then in parentheses it said group. And the thing that was confusing was it said in co-op group that it said that you could actually it would let you match up in 2v2 or 3v3. And so we were thinking, it's like, what's the point of this? You know, if this isn't so that you and your friends can join a team and fight randoms, then what's the point? Because if that's the case, like, why wouldn't I just select 2v2 or 3v3 on my own, you know? So that's got to be what that was for. We just couldn't quite figure out how to get it to work. And there is its own, like, the matchmaking seems to have its own password matching, like, on the menu itself. And there's also, like, arena select. But this was the only option we had for an arena. And you'll notice that little badge next to the win, that little tiny badge right there. I believe that's going to be something involving ranking of some sort. because in the matchmaking menu there was something that said, what was it? Dual honor. That's right, honor might actually mean something outside of what people have made up for it. They had something that said dual honor and something that said, I believe, brawl/team honor, something along, or brawl/co-op honor, something along those lines. And after we did a few 2v2s, we each got a little medal like what you're seeing right there next to win on the brawl honor selection. And we couldn't figure out what it was. We weren't told what it was, but it's got to be some kind of ranking system. As for like a leaderboard, I have no idea. I'm not sure what to tell you. It kicked on Skies so bad. I actually left out the other brawl we had where I got my ass kicked. I think it was like 7-1, but we don't need to discuss that. No need for that. As you can see, they have the crowns from Dark Souls 1. So damn your roll catches. It looks like they ported over a good bit from the Dark Souls 1 arena, but they tweaked everything and they gave us a proper matchmaking menu, which I think is really important. It seems like there's not going to be any more like standing around in those cages waiting forever, you know? And you're even able to cancel out of the bonfire and walk around Firelink while you wait. And the best part is whenever you actually end your fight, which I wish I could show y'all, but I wasn't, you know, we're not allowed to show like the menu. Whenever you exit your fight, you get sent back to Firelink and your character is sitting at the bonfire still in the menu. So if you want to just keep jumping into duels or matches or whatever the case is, you're not going to have to go sit down at the bonfire again and again. You're already there. Which that I know that's such a tiny thing, but it prevents a very small hassle that could get annoying after a while. Damn, pretty good. Pretty good, that Skies guy. Also, I love that the load screens don't have any kind of information on them. You can still hear everything going on. Okay, so that was a brawl. But I was the greatest combatant. You see that? They kind of have like an MVP kind of system. This right here is 2v2. Notice we don't have our auras. And if you look at the top left, that's because we don't have a Covenant equipped. If you equip a Covenant, it will give you that color. I used purple most time. This was actually one of the first matches that we had together. And then the Namco representative with us, he actually suggested that we start using the Covenants in order to like color code ourselves, since you can't tell who's who because we have these random ass names. So we end up doing that. That's Dreaded Cone that I just murdered. That is Frosty on my team. I know this because Frosty wore that dumb helmet the whole time. Skies was Nye Invader the whole time, and Dreaded Cone, the Millwood chest. He's the only one wearing the Millwood chest the whole time. But we do color code in a bit. Which I wish I could show y'all all the matches, you know, assuming it wouldn't get old, just watching them all over and over. But we were limited to 20 minutes, so. And as for the builds that we were using, we were level, this is PvP at level, I believe, 98. And we only had stats that were, oh, that was the leap attack I told you about. I think it happened earlier. I forgot to bring it up. We only had enough stats to, like, just enough to like wield everything, and I believe 35 vigor. So yeah, we're not doing like any kind of crazy damage or anything with this stuff. The weapons are maxed out. That's about it. So it's cool that now we'll be able to matchmake and choose everything from your arena to... We even figured out how to pick your teammates with... like, we were trying to do 2v2s, right? And the problem with it was that we couldn't figure out a way to choose who's on which team. And I had us actually take turns, like matchmaking. So like I would queue up, and then Ty would queue up, Dreaded Cone, and we'd wait till it says like 2 people in the queue or whatever, and we'd know that we matched up, and then we'd have the other 2 match up, and it worked. It worked. So at the very least, we can form teams. If you have like a full room, if you're planning on filling a room with everybody like password matched or whatever the case is, because that's not going to work without password matching, obviously. So the thing is, everybody you'd have to be filling a room. So it'd be good for streams and stuff. Like if 2 streamers want to team up and fight viewers or whatever the case, or 3 streamers even, and yeah, we would match up first. That would guarantee that we're all on the team together, and then the others would jump in, and we'd organize teams that way. It's just the only complaint that we had was that there's got to be a way for us to have teams to fight randoms. That's what we want from this, really, really bad. It would be so amazing. Like, because then it's no longer just, oh, you're the badass I've heard about in the arena. It's oh, these 2 guys have been going into 2v2s and whipping ass. You know, they're really good together. Or these 3 guys, this team of 3 is kicking ass. So you can have like, it can become like an actual like competitive team setting. But I'm pretty sure that's co-op group. It's the only way that makes sense. Also, as for the Estus, it looks like, and one of the other guys may be able to correct me on this, but it looks as if you start out with 1 Estus on spawn, and you can't get more than 1 Estus, and the only way you can get another Estus, like, mid-match is by getting a kill. But the thing is, you don't get a that was awesome. You don't get a win just from like landing the last hit. It's, I guess, whoever does the most damage to the person whenever they die. So yeah, and it also seemed in Brawl at least that if you're, say, a 4-man brawl and you're the one winning and you get a kill or whatever the case is, I don't believe that you actually get SS back then. That way whoever's on top, has to fight to stay on top, as opposed to just whipping ass forever. But don't quote me on that, but that's how I remember it being, at least. I'm just reading through my notes to see if I missed anything here. Yep, I think it pretty much covered everything. But yeah, this is the last match right here. This is me and Skies on a team against Frosty and Dreaded Cone. And I have to say, we can only show you these weapons, but we got to play with all the weapons from the DLC. I wish I could show y'all that, but we weren't allowed to do anything with it. But man, they got they got some interesting stuff coming up. That's all I can say. That is all I can say about that. I'm just happy that I got to do this, and still, like, in terms of like the DLC and all that, I haven't like gone into any of the areas or fought anything, so I can still have like my blind playthrough with that. I'm happy I got to experience this and at the same time preserve that, you know? Yeah, really, really cool experience. Very thankful for it. Oh, and I saw a lot of people asking about getting Covenant rewards from the arena, like having like your Covenant equipped. We didn't see anything like that. So it would be cool if they implement that, but as far as I know, it's not a thing yet. I don't know. Not sure. I really do hope they do something like that. And some kind of leaderboard would be awesome as well. I just noticed that the medals, if you look at Sky's Nye Invader right there, he's got a different color medal than us. So that's probably the MVP symbol. Like whoever's like doing best in the whole match. Interesting. Maybe that has something to do with the honor setting I mentioned earlier. Also, guys, if the video is going to be ending soon. If I missed anything, I'll try to answer whatever I can in the comments. At the time of this upload, we're going to be doing a... those of us who took part in this are going to be doing a live stream on twitch.tv/theearlystream. It's me and Frosty's little morning talk show we do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'll put a link to that in the description. So if you watch this the moment it's uploaded, there's a chance we're still live. Y'all can come and ask us questions and stuff while we're discussing our experiences with everything. And, you know, then you'll be able to hear everyone's side of what they experience and whatnot. Also, word of warning, we were limited with everything that we got to play with and stuff, but that isn't necessarily going to be the same for other regions. Like, there's people who got to play in, I think, in EU and Australia and all that. They got to go into Namco's offices and play there. I don't know what they limited them to. I don't know if they had the same rules as us or what, like, their deal was. So just, I guess, word of warning, there may be other uploaders or media or something that give out more information than we did. I'm not sure. Just, I guess, be careful with what you watch. But yeah, that would be everything. So, with that said, I guess that's it. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Again, you know, leave comments about any questions y'all have. I'll try to answer what I can. I think I covered everything I wanted to talk about. That may have been very scatterbrained. I'm not good at post commentary. I'm sorry. I try to treat it like a stream, but whatever. So yeah, I'll talk to y'all later. And yeah, thanks for watching, everybody.